श्री गणेशाय नमः। ओम श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। ओम समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। ओम सिन्धूरारुणविग्रहां त्रिनयनां माणिक्यमौलिस्फुरत् तारानायकशेखरां स्मितमुखीं आपीनवक्षोरुहां पाणिभ्यामलिपूर्णरत्नचषकं रक्तोत्पलं बिभ्रतीं सौम्यां रत्नघटस्थरक्तचरणां ध्यायेत् परामम्बिकां सौम्यां रत्नघटस्थरक्तचरणां ध्यायेत् परामम्बिकाम्। Where were we last time? Before that, Happy New Year to everybody. 2017. Last time we had our classes in November, correct? November 2016. So we have completed 21 shlokas, correct? So we have to start today from Sumeru Shrunga Madhyastha. But till then, आप तो पढ़ चुके हैं एक बार, फिर 21st श्लोका तक we will chant together. That is good to refresh as a continuity for our talks. ओम हरि ओम ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं क्लीं श्रीमात्रे नमः। ओम श्रीमाता श्रीमहाराज्ञी श्रीमत्सिंहासनेश्वरी चिदग्निकुण्डसम्भूता देवकार्यसमुद्यता उद्यद्भानुसहस्राभा चतुर्बाहुसमन्विता रागस्वरूपपाषाढ्या क्रोधाकाराङ्कुशोज्ज्वला मनोरूपेक्षुकोदण्डा पञ्चतन्मात्रसायिका निजारुणप्रभापूरा मज्जद्ब्रह्माण्डमण्डला चम्पकाशोकपुन्नागसौगन्धिकलसत्कचा कुरुविन्दमणिश्रेणीत्कणत्कोटीरमण्डिता अष्टमी चन्द्रविभ्राजा दलिकस्थलशोभिता मुखचन्द्रकलङ्काभा मृगनाभिविशेषका वदनस्मरमाङ्गल्य गृहतोरण वक्त्रलक्ष्मीपरिवाह चलन्मीनाभलोचना नवचम्पकपुष्पाभा नासादण्डविराजिता ताराकान्तितिरस्कारी नासाभरणभासुरा कदम्बमञ्जरीक्लुप्ता कर्णपूरमनोहर ताटङ्कयुगलीभूता तपनोडुपमण्डला पद्मरागशिलादर्शा परिभाविकपोलभो नवविद्रुमबिम्बश्रीन्यक्कारीरदनच्छदा शुद्धविद्याङ्कुराकारा द्विजपङ्क्तिद्वयोज्ज्वला कर्पूरवीटिकामोदा समाकर्ष दिगन्तरा निजसल्लापमाधुर्य vinirbatsita kacchapi mandasmita prabhapora majjat kamesha manasa anakalita sadrusya chubukasri virajita kamesha baddha mangalya sutra shobhita kandhara kanakangada keyora kamaniya bhujanvita ratnagraiveya chintaka lola mukta कामेश्वर प्रेमरत्न मणि प्रतिपणस्थने नाभ्यालवाल रोमाडि लता फलकुचद्वये लक्ष्य रोम लता धारता सुमन यमध्यमा स्तन भारदलन्मध्य पट्टबन्धवलित्रिया अरुणारुण कौसुम्भ वस्त्रभास्वत्कटीतटी रत्नकिङ्किणिकारम्य रशनादामभूषिता कामेशज्ञातसौभाग्य मार्दवोरुद्वयान्विता माणिक्यमकुटाकार जानुद्वयविराजिता इन्द्रगोपपरिक्षिप्त स्मरतोणाभजङ्घिका गोडगुल्फाकूर्मपृष्ठ जयुष्णुप्रपदान्विता नकदीधिति सञ्चन्न नमज्जनतमो गुणा पदद्वयप्रभाजाला पराकृतसरोरुहा सिञ्जाणमणिमञ्जीर मण्डितश्रीपदाम्बुजा मराळीमन्दगमन महालावण्यशेवदिः सर्वारुणाणवद्याङ्गी सर्वाभरणभूषिता शिवकामेश्वराङ्कस्त शिवास्वाधीनवल्लभा. So we saw so far about the mother's emergence from Chidagni. What is the purpose of her incarnation? Bandasura Samhar. Okay. Then she came. Afterwards her marriage was performed by Devatas, Brahmaji. And afterwards she sat in the lap of Lord Shiva in the Simhasana. So all that physical description is over. Right? Now we will see the description of Divine Mother where she resides. Okay. Now see, in this, as we said, we study slowly. We don't have to rush anything. In the entire creation, in all these Brahmanda, so many Brahmandas are there. The entire Srishti is what? From the subtle to gross. Okay. All is Shakti Vilas. Everything is what? Shakti ka Vilas. Play of that energy. And that is what is Bindu Trikona Rupini. In the Bindu, in the top triangle of Sri Chakra, the center Bindu is there. From that, the entire Sri Chakra with all its triangles, all made up of triangles and circles and square, etc., this entire creation started expanding. Now, this entire, the beauty of the creation is, I am telling some principles you can remember forever. The entire creation, nothing but expansion from subtle to gross, manifestation of subtle to the gross, and the beauty of expansion, as it is expanding, as it is grossifying from subtle to gross, what we find is, there is some kind of a formula which is repeated. But then what is the formula? Whatever is the formula is very simple. As the above, so the below. This is a mystical statement of the great masters. What is that? As the above, so the below. So therefore, in every aspect of creation, everything is carrying in its womb the geography or the model of the total creation. I told you Lalita Sahasranama is not simply easy. It's very mystical. Still, I am only giving you only many things I am swallowing. Only few things only I told. So now what is happening? Like for example, so as the above, so the below. Means what? Every creation, everything whatever is created, it is carrying in itself the diagram, the model of the totality. So whatever you say in the external world, to us external, whatever we see external world, in the creation, all those things are available on earth and also in us. So you cannot say, no, it is not. No. What? Suppose if you say X is available in some loka. So, had the representation of that you find on planet Earth and also in us. Now, where Lalita resides, Lalita Devi resides. Where she resides, now this will be told now. Sumeru Madhya Surangastha, Sriman Nagaranayika, Chintamani, all those things will come. Now, is it available in the universe? Or is it a representation? Symbolic only? Or it represents each one something? So, these are all there. But to understand that at totality level, it is not easy. So, just we imagine the center of the universe, the bindu, and subtle point again. In the center of the universe, at subtler level, there is something existing, the entire force, and how that is presented there in the universe, that will be told. Same thing as representation on earth can be seen, and same thing as representation in the body also can be seen. Right? Now I will understand this Lalita Devi, where she is residing in the cosmos, in the entire creation, as Virat in the Rupa form, where is she? And where I can find her Divine Mother representation in my heart, in my body. So there is synchronization. Synchronization between what is within us and what is outside, and ultimately link it to divine. So this is a beautiful thing. So now don't just say that it is only poetical description, pata nahi kya hota and all that. So now, let us see now. And then moreover, the entire universe, Brahmanda Purana is also speaks about the mystical way, the entire construction of this universe, geography of the Brahmanda. And it's too big for us to understand, too big for us to visualize. So Bhagavan Shri Krishna says, no, Urdhvamulam adashyakam ashwattam prahuravyayam chandansi yasya paranani yastam vedha vedavit. The next one? Adaschordhvad prasuta astasya shakaha gunapravruddha vishaya pravalaha adascha moolan anusantatani karmanubandhini manushaloke narupamasyeha tatopalabhyate. Narupam asya tatha eha atra upalabhyate na. Narupamasye tathopalabhyate. Meaning what? You cannot see as I described in this samsara, as described, you cannot see it. Narupamasyeha tathopalabhyate. Narupamasyeha tata upalabhyate. Na upalabhyate. Meaning as I described, you cannot see this in this universe. Nanto na chader na cha sampratishta. Now you can neither you can see where it is sampratishta, established, rooted, that you cannot see, foundation, nor its beginning, nor its end, nor can you see the samsara vriksha as I described. What? Urdhamulam, adashyakam. Acha, where you show the samsara? It is cannot be seen. Na rupamasya iha tata upalabhyate. It is not possible to see as described. Similarly, now that we are entering into the Divine Mother, the entire physical aspect is described so beautifully. Now where is she? Her house, her mansion, her palace is described. But in the body where we will see now all that. First one is, now we'll see this sloka, we'll chant. 22nd one. Repeat after me. Sumeru Shrunga Madhyastha Sriman Nagaranayika Chintamani Gruhantastha Pancha Brahmasanastita. Now, so beautiful thing. Now see, Sumeru Srunga, 4 names are there, namas. Sumeru Srunga Madhyastha, Sriman Nagaranayika, Chintamani Gruhantastha, Pancha Brahmasanastita. This Divine Mother. How? First one is Sumeru Srunga Madhyastha. Now I am not going into all aspects, only a few aspects we see. Shrunga means what? Peaks, peak. Shrunga means peak, mountain peaks. The one meaning is Sumeru Shrunga Madhyastha, meaning what? Her house, palace, where is she residing? Will know. So, in the midst of the Sumeru mountains, in the midst of the Sumeru mountain, in the middle of the, one meaning is in the middle of the peak Sumeru. Sumeru Shrunga Madhyastha. In the peak of the Sumeru mountain. Now, you don't physically imagine alone. Physically don't imagine again. But there is in huge, what is Meru actually? Meru is nothing but the axis that passes through the Brahmanda. ऐसे पढ़ो या नहीं तो आपको सुमेरु श्रृंग मध्यस्था करके आगे जाऊं? पढ़ना इच्छा है? What is Sumeru? Now say. So this, she is residing, first one is Sumeru Srunga Madhyastha. There is one called Sumeru Parvata, Srunga. In that Sumeru Srungam Madhyastha, on the top of the Sumeru Srunga, Srunga also peak, no? Sumeru Srunga peak, Sumeru mountain. Now see my hand. Something Sumeru mountain. Sumeru Srunga, top of the mountain. Madhyastha, in the middle of that. In the middle of the Sumeru top, peak, in the middle of that, a mother is residing. This is one meaning. What is Sumeru? We will see now. Second meaning is what? There are many mountains. Sumeru Srunga. Sumeru Srunga, there are so many Srungas are there, so many peaks are there. Mountain peaks are there, called Sumeru mountains. In the middle of those Sumeru mountains, mother is residing, energy is residing, Shakti is residing. So one meaning is what? Single Sumeru, top, middle. Other is, in the midst of many Sumeru mountains, she is correct, residing. So both the meanings we can take it and both are correct. Now the question is, that means what? In the middle of the Sumeru top peak or in the middle of the Sumeru mountains, her Nagaram, her city, her palace is constructed. Okay, she is residing in the middle. Now, what is this? Sumeru means what actually, Sumeru, I told you central axis passes through. And the entire Brahmanda in the center of it, Sumeru is nothing but the central point around which all the stars and galaxies circle, surround. What is the central point of the solar system around which the sun is? Sun is solar system in the middle, around which the planets are revolving and rotating. What is the center of the solar system? Sun. But sun itself, himself is surrounding. Do you know that? He is also rotating around some other point. And tangentially is moving towards star Vega. But he is surrounding, rotating constantly. And his one round is something huge time it is. So what is that center around which the sun is rotating? Okay. Like that some galaxy, some Milky Way. But what is that center around which everything is rotating? In the universe, somewhere in deep space point. Even if you say that like a dosha, like if you make a dosha, I'm not joking, exactly dosha only. If you take that, those who make doshas, they can understand. And if you don't know how to make dosha, you are deprived of this bhashyam. Okay? Now you make a dosha. Now, the barter is there, no? Barter. Huh? You put on tawa. Pehla tel lagate hai, then you put. Then you make round. Do you know round? It will come one layer flat, one mount, one layer flat, one mount, one layer flat, one mount. Aata hai ki nahi? Right? This exactly is the Milky Way and the universe is made. It's like dosha only. Right? Exactly. Now see, this is one, wherever thick portions are there, more barter is felt because in between, where it is crushed, it will become, otherwise between two layers, the mounds are there. Now, why I told this, exactly in this universe, in the Milky Way, it's looking like that only, like a dosha you make. You see the photographs, you will understand. Now, everything is rotating around one central point. What could be the energy level of that point? Imagine. That is Sumeru. Sumeru Surunga Madhyastha. And around which all the objects are shining. Because from the center only, from that set, like for example, when we say all planets have come from the sun. They merge into sun. What is that center point from which all these galaxies and stars and Milky Waves have come? Again, they are surrounding around one huge point. And in that, in that dosha, if you say Milky Way, in the Milky Way, there are so many arms are there. Arm, Orion arm. So many arms are there. Arm. In that one arm name is Orion arm. Orion. In the Orion arm, somewhere, not in center, in the Orion arm, which is about some distance from the very center, in that Orion arm, at one point, 26,000 million light years depth mein, our sun is buried. This is a description of astrophysics. Our sun is buried under 26,000 light years, 26,000 million light years, under the Orion arm, in a Milky Way. Milky Way is nothing but a part of galaxy, and galaxy is a part of Brahmanda. In the center of the Brahmanda from which everything has come, in that center only, keeping that center only, so that कहने का मतलब है कि our solar system is not even like a dust particle in the creation. So that is Sumeru. Central point. There she is residing. Like heart is the center point of the human being. We say center. The center. This is actually not possible to know, but that is called Sumeru. Now understand? Sumeru Surunga. So many Surungas are there. Mountains or peaks are there in the creation. Not these peaks, peaks of light, peaks of so many things. In that madhya, she is. So, minoti jyotimshi it meru. Minomshi jyotimshi means, minoti means it shines. All that jyoti which is supplying the energy for all stars to shine, the support for all illuminating stars and all the shining objects, Surya, Chandraha, Agni, only three aspects of fire, no sources of Agni. So all the sources of fire, light, that source is only one source. That is called all the stars which are illuminating other shining objects in the universe. The support for all of them is Meru. In the middle of the Meru is called Sumeru. In the middle point is called Sumeru. That Sumeru is nothing but Sriman Nagaram. In that she is Divine Mother residing. That is the point. Okay. So Sumeru is what? In the world? Now, I told you again. Whatever, where is Divine Mother? Divine Mother is never separated from Lord Shiva. Where is Shiva and Parvati residing? Kailash. So one more meaning is, Sumeru is nothing but Kailasha only. And so that Sumeru representation on earth is this Kailash, Manasarovar. Representation means there is a connection between that Kailasha which is existing in the center of the universe. It is existing. It is there. It's a point existing. That Kailasha is linked, or you can get a link, that kind of that Kailasha ray, one ray from that Kailasha on earth also it is manifested. That is called Manasarovar. So this Manasarovar, if you go, this is a direct ray link to that Kailash. So Vibhuti of that Kailasha on this planet physical level is this Sumeru or Kailasha Parvata. No, don't go tomorrow itself to Kailash. Chalo chalte hain. Everywhere, in every loka, that representation is there. So here the Sumeru is. And therefore, if you read Bhagavatam, Mahabharatam also, Mahabharatam. Shukadev ji, when he wants to go, when he says, no, I am going now, I am complete my job, I want to go, Vyasa Bhagavan feels so sad that you are leaving this world. He says, I am just going to higher worlds. And the description so beautifully came. He goes to this Kailasha Parvata, Manas Sarovar top. He sits on the top of the mountain. From there, this is the launching pad. This Manas Sarovar, Kailash is launch pad for Shukadev ji. And from there, he lifts himself up to higher abode. While he is going, the description comes, he looks back and sees the beautiful earth with the mountains and rivers, etc., etc. And he says, thanks everybody. Then all devatas, Shukadeva is not an ordinary man. So everybody they put namaskar to Shukadeva when he was going up. This comes in Mahabharata. So Sumeru Srunga Madhyastha. Now, in the middle of the Sumeru, she is residing, and there are 3 peaks. 1, 2, 3. The triangle, top triangle of Srichakra. 3 peaks are there. 3 peaks. In the middle of this peak, the point mother resides. In the triangle, they form the triangle now. So eastern angle is called Ichha Shakti. Triangle put east, from east one thing, then southwest second angle, that is Nairuti, then Ishanya, the Vayu Vidishi. So, Agneya, Nairuti, Vayuvya and Ishana. So, Vayuvya and Nairuti, second 2 points, angles. So, one Trikona is formed. Bindu Trikona Rupini. So, first one is Trikona, the Icha Shakti in the eastern side, Icha Shakti, eastern angle, one triangle, and in Niruti side, southwest Kriya Shakti, and Vayuva is north Jnana Shakti. In all these 3 triangles, what is the Divine Mother then? She is nothing but Icha Shakti, Jnana Shakti, Kriya Shakti, Swarupini. What is Icha Shakti, Jnana Shakti, Kriya Shakti? We saw in the beginning only. So this is in the middle of this is called, these 3 triangles, 3 angles, Icha Shakti, Jnana Shakti, Kriya Shakti, which are 3 mountain angles, 3 sides, in the middle of the Mother Divine, and that Mother, in the middle of these 3 Shaktis, Divine Mother is seated, that is called Sriman Nagaram. Now next one comes Sriman Nagaram Nayika, it will come next one. So, that's called Sriman Nagaram. So, in the eastern side, it is called Brahma Sikaram, eastern angle. Niruti side, Vishnu Shikaram, and this is called Rudra Shikaram. So, Brahma, Vishnu, Rudra Shikaram. Eastern and north, southwest side, Niruti. Then also, northwest side is called Vayuvya in these 3. In fact, great Upasakas, what they do, they identify themselves with the totality like this. And all those divine forces within these triangles, so many powers are there functioning. Nothing but creation is nothing but play of forces. Play of forces. And forces well directed, well regulated, well controlled. Think. Blood flow, certain speed is there, controlled. Anything is above that regulated control, you get disease. And it's all force only. One force is blood controlling, flowing. One force is heart pumping. One force is digestive system. One force is the movement. One force is the earth movement. One force is the wind prana shakti movement. All forces only. And each force there is a power. An entity controlling that force. And there are innumerable forces are there. Under each section. So Brahma Shikaram, Vishnu Shikaram and Rudra Shikaram. In the middle of these Shikarams, Sriman Nagaram is there. There the Divine Mother resides. Are you getting? So please, next time when you stand, Sumeru Surunga Madhyastha, my God, so much is there. Now, I told you, in the creation, in the center point of the entire creation, there is Sumeru. That axis which passes through the center of the Brahmanda is called there. Same thing has a representation. In the beginning only I told you, no? It has a representation everywhere. So the representation is what? Everything carries the totality. So on earth, the representation of Sumeru is what? Kailash. In the body, that Sumeru is nothing but Merudanda, spine. That is why in yoga, also in tantric practices, also in many spiritual practice also, the back is very important. Back pain. Back pain, we suffer from back pain. When they say back should be straight. Bhagavan Krishna said no in Bhagavad Gita. Sit straight, back straight and all that. Why? That is Adhara. So the entire Meru is nothing but our Merudanda, is spine. And the spine going up. And here Sumeru, the Srunga is what? Head. Madhyastaha is Sahasrara, Padma, Dala, Madhye, Bindu, Rupini, Trikona Madhye Stitaha. Here only. So in the Sahasraram, the mother is seated. Which mother? That mother who is the center of the entire creation. Sumeru, outside, is also inside there only. So Sudha Varsha, that will come in that Lalita Sahasranama. In that Sahasrara, what will happen? Sudha Varsha you get. The honey drops. Honey, rains of honey you get. That is called bliss of Samadhi. Yogis get that. So now, this in the body, this is Sumeru. Okay? Now, this is to be realized. So therefore, Sumeru Srunga Madhyastha. There is a sage Durvasa Muni wrote Lalita Sahasranama. Lalita Sahasranama. In that, he offers his prostrations to the Divine Mother. He says, I salute the three peaks which are abodes of Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva. In the midst of these three peaks, there is another peak much higher than all the three. In that Divine Mother is seated. To that Divine Mother, I worship. The golden rays are beautifying his peak. And that the golden, Kailash also, when you have sometime golden hue, entire the peak is covered. And it's very beautiful to see. So to that golden hue of that center peak, the top of that, I worship because there the Divine Mother is residing. Durvasa Muni says in Lalita Sahasranama. So that is Sri Chakra. So in the Sri Chakra, in the body, on the earth, and also in the center of the universe, there are all points, 4 points are there. In all the 4 places, there is Sumeru Srunga Madhyastha. Sri Chakra also Sumeru Srunga Madhyastha. Within also Sumeru Srunga Madhyastha. On the Prithvi, the representation Sumeru Srunga Madhyastha. And in the universe also Sumeru Srunga Madhyastha. This is all beautiful thing. Now, there, Sriman Nagara Nayika. She is the leader of that Sriman Nagaram. Leader means what? There are so many innumerable forces and devatas, shaktis are working, and she is the leader of that, all that. In Sri Chakra, if you see, in every angle, in every corner, there are so many, devatas are residing in the entire Sri Chakra. Innumerable shaktis are there. So, all that, for all these powers, she is the Nayika, leader. Under her instruction and under her, control, guidance, all these forces are working. And they are the same forces again working in you and me. You may laugh at me, but there is a Devata for BP also. Her job is only to see that blood is controlled 120/80 if it is not interfered by your past karma or present actions. So what do? Among themselves, these little tiny devatas are there. They talk, they have a meeting, chai wala meeting hoti hai unko bhi. So they discuss, तुम्हारा क्या काम कर रहे हो? वो चिद्रूपांजय के साथ. वो तक लगता है बहुत खाता है वो, बहुत मेरे कर्म के वजह से उसको मिला मेरे को. I got that candidate because of my karma. That devata also says. तो इसको संभालना पड़ता है, बीमारी ऐसा. तू क्या काम कर रहा हो? I am taking care of Ramdev Baba. अरे बढ़िया है, excellent है, very beautiful. He is disciplined. I am also happy. मेरा कोई इसका प्रॉब्लम ही नहीं होता है. They also have prarabdha. Every cell has prarabdha. Its own karma is there. The cell also will talk. In which human being you are a part of that? I am part of that person. दारू पीने वाला. That my karma है to work with them. I am not joking. A great master, even at cellular level, there is a karma, he says. And we will not go into mystical things. पूरा गहरे से बात हो जाती है. It is not the purpose now. I should not make you drown in that, because I should make you float only. If you drown there, then you will not come out. Then whom will I tell? my employment घट जाएगा. तो इसीलिए ना I will not tell all secrets. So this is the Meru. Okay. Now Sriman Nagara Nayika. Now Sriman Nagara Nayika, the name of that city is called Sriman Nagaram. The mother resides, this beautiful Nagaram. That is, description will come now. So that means what? Divine Mother name is what? Sri Mata. What is her Vidya? Sri Vidya. What is her Yantram? Sri Yantram. What is her Nagaram? Sriman Nagaram. Sri Nagaram. What a beautiful thing. Sri Yantra, Sri Vidya, Sri Mata, Sri Nagaram. Very beautiful thing. And what is Sri? Sri means Chaitanyam. So what is that? Everything is Chaitanyamayam only. Okay, so whole Chaitanyam is Srinagaram. So our body also is called Sri Chakra only. In the inner body also she is residing. So in that Sri Chakram, very auspicious city it is, there she is residing. Okay, so now there are two versions of Srinagaram. Sriman Nagaram, the two commentators, one is Sage Durvasa in Lalita Sahasranama, and also in another one, Rudra Yamala, as told to Parvati by Shiva. Certain secrets are told. Now, in one, the farmer says, the Durvasa Lalita Sahasranama Durvasa Muni says, that the Sriman Nagaram was constructed by celestial architect Vishwakarma, and Rudra Yamala says, the Srinagara is in the midst of ocean of milk and an island called Ratnadvipa. In that Ratnadvipa, this is Srimanagaram is constructed. So in that midst of Srinagaram, there is another city called Sri Vidya. Interior, घर का अंदर interior, Sri Vidya, and that Sri Vidya is surrounded by 25 walls. What is 25 walls? 25 walls is nothing but 25 tattvas. Okay, each representing a 24 tattvas plus Ishvara, the Shakti aspect of it also in charge. And she is a queen of that palace, and she performs that actions of three actions: Sushti, Sthiti and Laya. So Sriman Nagara Nayika. She is really Nayika because she is the controller. Entire thing is she is controlled. And she is what? Is separate from Shiva? No. Shiva only. If you say she is separate from Shiva as Shiva Shakti, Lord's power, then that power is under the control of Shiva. Told in the beginning itself. So Maya Shakti is under the control of that Brahman. The Ishvara is Maya Pati. But Ishvara Maya Adhyakshatvena. Suyate Prakritas Adhyakshatvena. It's under my control, I am the leader. So making me as Adhar, this Shakti is, but Adhara is not seen in the creation. Only Shakti ka Vilas. Shakti Vilas only is noticed. Okay. Next one is what? Chintamani Gruhantastha. Now there is Chintamani Gruham. Now house. Nagaranayika, Sriman Nagaram, city. In the middle of that, where Trikona Bindu Rupini, the city is there. In the city, her house is there. Palace. What is her house? Her house is called Chintamani Gruhantastha. Mani, in that abode of Manidvipa, that kind of that Dvipa, the entire area is called Sriman Nagaram. In that house is called, that Chintamani Gruham it is called, because the walls of her house is made up of Chintamani gems. Chintamani. Wish fulfilling gems. Not int, cement and all that. Means Chintamani means what? Chintamani is nothing but mantras. Mantras themselves are the walls of that house. Mantram. All mantras only. So, That means what? Made up of Chintamani, meaning that walls are made up of mantras, Chintamani. And there are 4 doors of the house. Purvamnaya, Dakshinamnaya, Uttaramnaya, Paschimamnaya, and Urdhva Amnaya, another door is there. Amnaya means mantras only. So eastern side walls are having some mantras. With some mantras, the eastern wall is made. With some mantras, the western wall. Some mantras, northern wall. Some mantras, southern wall. All these mantras only. Mantra Swarupini. So therefore, entire thing is, so she is in that house. And each door is group of mantras. And this is Chintamani. Meaning what? Whatever, as you do Chintanam, whatever you think, you will get all those things there. So what is the gateway to achieve? Mantra. Mantra is a hard work or password, whatever you take. So she is in the midst of in all mantras. She is surrounded by the walls made up of mantras. She lives in a palace constructed out of Chintamani, most valuable gems, meaning mantramayam only. And this gem is going to give you whatever you desire. She is that this wall. The great masters say that you don't have to go up to Divine Mother inside. दीवार से पूछो, दीवार दे देगी. Don't disturb mother. You know why? Because we don't even know what, by asking what nobody can give, only mother can give. What is that? By asking whatever it is, that mother alone can give and nobody else can give. Therefore, we will be allowed to go to mother and ask that. Because nobody else can fulfill. Chintamani mein jitna mantras hai, jitna devatas hai, no one can fulfill your, whatever you ask, something X, Y, Z, something. But what is that? By asking which will be diverted directly towards mother, and everybody says, no, we cannot give, please, you have to go ask mother only. Like what is that? Only PM can give, not PM, personal secretary or private secretary or other clerk. So we don't know what to ask. Why is there anything by asking which directly we can go to mother and mother only can give? So we don't know, and even if we know, we don't want to ask that also. Because we ask only, मेरा बाल सफ़ेद होते जा रहा है, थोड़ा काला कर दो. मेरा बीपी बढ़ते जा रहा है, थोड़ा कम कर दो. शुगर बढ़ रही है, थोड़ा कम कर लो. मोटा तो होते जा रहा हूँ, थोड़ा कम कर लो. मुझे घर दे दो. डिमोनेटाइजेशन इफेक्ट से मुझे बचाओ. Only these things we ask. थोड़ा कीर्ति दे दो और खानदान बढ़े. चुन्नू मुन्नू जिन्नू and all that. These things only we ask. So therefore, there is no need for us to go and ask Divine Mother. So बाहर पूछते हैं आपसे, हाँ क्या चाहिए, ये चाहिए, और वहां तक क्यों हम दे देंगे. बेगर कम्स, तो खाना चाहिए उसको. सो घर का मालिक से मिलना क्या जरूरी है. खाना तो चाहिए. घर का नौकर भी दे देगा खाना. मैंने बोला चलो खाना, सांप ने भेजा है. He was happy. He has no desire to see सांप. सांप जी नहीं, he has no desire. He wants food. नौकर दे दिया, बहुत खुशी की बात है. आज्ञा तो वहीं से मिलता है, मगर मुझ में कोई इच्छा नहीं है मिलने का. Oh, I am hinting at something. Do you know? हम सोचते भगवान नहीं देते, भगवान दर्शन नहीं देते. भगवान कहते दर्शन देके क्या फायदा, तेरे मांग तुच्छ है, तुच्छ. वैसे कोई दे देगा. बट दिस इज चिंतामणि, गृहांत. So चिंतामणि गृहांत अंत, गृह के अंदर स्था, seated. One more thing is, meaning is, since all our desires are fulfilled, perhaps we may ourselves turn away after going to the doors of the wall, doors and the walls of the house. Our desires are fulfilled. So we may ourselves find no necessity or no need to meet Divine Mother inside. चल हमारा काम हो गया. How many are actually spiritually really interested? Because spirituality we make byproduct of our living. Therefore, here Chintamani. Now, in that Chintamani Gruhantastha, she is seated where? Pancha Brahmasana Sthita. She is seated on Pancha Brahmasana. This is a very beautiful thing. Pancha Brahma. 5 Brahmas are. Meaning, these 5 Brahmas are her asana. Like a manch mane what? Cot with 4 legs. A plank asana with 4 legs. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 one is plank which is above that, on which you sit. So it's called Pancha. 4 legs and the cot. Pancha. She is seated on Pancha Brahma. Pancha Brahmas themselves are the asanas. The seat. Her asana is made up of Pancha Brahma. Who are Pancha Brahma? 5 Brahmas she is seated. Who are they? Brahma, Vishnu, Rudra and Ishana or Ishvara Sadashiva. The 5. And these 5 are doing 5 Panchakritya Parayana. These 5 are doing 5 things, always engaged in 5 things. So one leg is Brahma, other leg is Vishnu, other leg is Rudra, other leg is Ishvara, Ishana, and other leg is Sadashiva. On that she is seated. Pancha Brahmasana Sthita. What are these Pancha Brahmas do? Panchakritya Parayana. Srushti, Sthiti, Laya, Tirodhana and Anugraha. 5 functions. Tirodhanam and Anugraham. Tirodhana again coming back. With a great function it is. After Laya, Tirodhanam. Then again, Anugraha is another thing. Bhakta Anugraha is also one specific activity of the Lord. Anugraha. Showering grace. Constantly there is one activity in the creation which is going on is what? Anugraha. What is Anugraha? Showering is grace. If His grace is not showering on all the beings in the creation, if that stopped, what will be the condition? Imagine. So constantly His grace is being showered. That one activity is a krutya, one activity, which is constantly going on, non-stop. And in this interesting thing, this Srushti Sthiti Laya and Tirodhana, that is Srushti Sthiti Laya, Tirodhana and Anugraha, these 5 activities are going on all the time. There is no break. Constant destruction is taking place, constant creation is taking place. In between, the sustenance is appearing for some appearance. Right now, something is being created, something is being destroyed, something is appearing on the stage called sustenance. And something is again being brought after destruction, again brought into the expression, And right now, all the time, Anugraha also is going on. Grace also is functioning. It's very mysterious. Our rishis, see how much they've discovered. So these 5 activities are going on constantly. So these 5 Brahmas are her asana, throne, seat on which she is seated. So Shiva, Mahadeva, Sadashiva, Kameshwara, different forms of Shiva only. So now from Anugraha Krityam, Panchamahabhutas also have come only from this, it seems. From Anugraha Krityam Akasha, from Tirodhana Krityam Vayu, from Samhara Krityam Agni, from Sthiti Krityam Jalam, from Sushti Krityam Prithvi, all those things have also come out. We cannot relate, all the time is not there now. So Panchakrityas only, and from Panchakrityas only, Panchamahabhutas have come, and all the Panchakrityas are already happening always. And she is one who is supplying energy. She is the one who is creating, supported by the Lord Paramatma, Kameshwara and Kamakshi. Kameshwari. See? So, in Saundarya Lahari also, Bhagavan Shankaracharya explains, Gataste manchatvam druhina harirudreshwara bhrutaha Shivasvachachaya ghatita kapata prachadapataha Tvadiyanam bhasam pratipalanaragarunataya Shariri shrungaro rasa yivadrusham dogdi krutakum. Saundarya Lahari. Say Brahma, Vishnu, Mancha. Mancha means this cot. 4 legs and Brahma, Vishnu, Rudra and Ishvara, who are the gods who rule this world, they become the 4 legs of your cot. Gataste manchatvam druhina hari rudra Ishvara brutaha Shiva swachachaya ghatita kapata prachadapataha. So that they are able to serve you always. This 4. Then Sadashiva, who is what? Tvadiyanam bhasam pratipalanaraga runataya. What is the color of mother? Aruna. And what is the plank? Sadashiva is lying down. Shiva, Adhisthana. And who is the Sadashiva color? Shuddha Spatika. And the Divine Mother? Aruna. This Aruna sat on Shuddha Spatika. Bhagavan Shankaracharya says, because of that you are also looking like red only. Spatika reflects the color of the Aruna. So see, Tvadiyanam bhasam pratipalana raga arunataya shariri shrungaro rasa yavadrusham dogdi krutukam. It's a beautiful thing. So when you become the bedspread, like seat asana, and appears red, because you are also reflecting hair color. And this is what means what? And to your eyes, which are the personification of the feelings of love, he gives you lot of happiness. So, because of the love of the mother, and Shiva is giving her happiness, Shiva also became red in color because of reflecting that color of Divine Mother. So beautiful thing, Saundarya Lahari. So therefore, here, what is said? Sumeru Srunga Madhyastha Sriman Nagara Nayika Chintamani Gruhantastha Pancha Brahmasana Sthita. So she is seated there. Support of all this Pancha Brahmas, Sadashiva is only support, and all the 4 are working. 5 Krityas, so Pancha Krityas, dekho, so many things are happening here. That Pancha Krityas, Pancha Brahmas, from that Pancha Mahabhutas have come. From these Pancha Mahabhutas, their qualities or gunas come out. Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha, they are also 5. And in order to experience these Pancha what do you call, gunas. What we need is pancha jnanendriyas, and after jnanendriyas, to work and procure what we have seen them, action is required. So pancha karmendriyas, and to do action we need energy. So pancha pranas, all panchakrutya only. If you understood, okay. Otherwise, you have to be given a big punch to make you understand. That's called panchakrutya. Panchakrutya. Okay? So this is how the mother is there. So whole creation is pancha brahmasanam, and mother is seated on that. Okay? Again, bringing back into the, what do you call, into expression. More we can see later on. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Arihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Arihi Om Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai.